Traveling in an ambulance from the Parken Stadium in Denmark to the nearby Rigshospitalet emergency room, Christian Eriksen turned to his wife and conceded his football career was over. "I told Sabrina I may as well leave my boots here," he later recalled. Eriksen collapsed on the pitch during Denmark's opening game against Finland, leading to the game being suspended, with many fearing for the player's life. Denmark players created one of the most iconic scenes of football history, forming a protective ring around him, and Eriksen received emergency treatment on the pitch for 13 minutes. As Eriksen was carried off the field on a stretcher, the concerns were not whether he would ever play again, but whether he would live. Thanks to his teammates' and paramedics' efforts, he left the pitch alive. Yet 14 months on, Eriksen has returned to the highest level of English football. He signed a 3-year contract with Manchester United. Joined from Brentford, the club that took a chance on him in January and reintegrated him into the Premier League. In this video we will be looking at Christian Eriksen's incredible journey from near death to being key member of the Manchester United. Don't forget to drop a like to the video and share your thoughts with us in the comments down below. So what happened after Eriksen left the pitch? He was transferred to the nearest hospital. Thankfully Eriksen was stable enough to watch the final 10 minutes of the match. Even after the match he chatted to his teammates over the phone. At the time of the incident, Eriksen was an Inter Milan player. On the night of Eriksen's cardiac arrest, he sent a message to the Inter group chat on WhatsApp to reassure teammates with whom he had celebrated winning Serie A only a few weeks earlier. "We want to hold on to him for a long time in the hope he can resolve his health problems," said Inter chief executive Giuseppe Marotta. However, 10 days after the incident in Copenhagen, Inter announced the signing of Hakan Calhanoglu on a free transfer, which was a replacement for Christian. Inter had little choice. Doctors decided to fit an ICD to his heart, which is a small device placed in the chest to detect and stop irregular heartbeats. This decision meant the Italian Olympic Committee, which governs sport in the country, would not let him play in Italy. The player's contract was terminated by mutual consent on December 17, 2021. To stay fit, Eriksen began training across the border in Switzerland as a guest of FC Chiasso. Then for a while he trained with his boyhood club Odense. During Eriksen's early conversations with his doctors, he said he wants to return to football at the very highest level. He wished to play at the World Cup. In December several European clubs were interested in signing him. In January, a Premier League club made an offer. Brentford Football Club manager Thomas Frank, who had coached Eriksen for the Danish under-17 team, wanted the Danish star in his squad. For Eriksen, Brentford was one of the best options out there. The transfer took a while to process after being agreed in early January. Eriksen underwent a thorough medical examination. Brentford signed a 6-month deal with the option of a further year. Eriksen decided to keep it at 6 months, so his options would be open for the summer. Eriksen's situation is not common. We have seen an unprecedented series of events. You may wonder who decides whether Eriksen is fit to play again or not. In the past, the decision would have been made solely by a medical professional, but Guido Piels, who is a sports professor, says that the athlete is much more involved in the process these days. "The whole journey needs to be done with the athlete in the center," he says. "And if he has a family, and if he wishes so, with the family too. Because we are not making a decision for him. We are making a decision with the athlete." In Eriksen's case, his determination and desire to play football played a huge role on his return. Eriksen had a great half-season at Brentford and played a huge role, while Brentford managed to stay in the Premier League. After his arrival he became the leader of the team on the pitch, and he brought up the team to another level. His passing skills and creativity helped many other players in the team, especially strikers Ivan Toney and Bumo. He formed a successful trio with Janelt and Norgard in the midfield. He played 11 games, scored 1 and assisted 4. Eriksen scored his only goal against Chelsea when they defeated the Blues 4-1. This goal was also his first goal after returning to football. He successfully completed a half-season at the hardest league of the world despite having experienced the most horrible incident that an athlete can ever face. So, the season ends, and Eriksen's contract is running out at Brentford. What happened next? At the start of the summer transfer window, there were links with a return to Tottenham, which would have offered a route into the Champions League. Eriksen had played for Spurs coach Antonio Conte at Inter. But the transfer did not happen. Newcastle United also registered an interest, but the two main interested clubs were Brentford and the Manchester United. Ultimately, Eriksen decided to join Manchester United, where he signed a 3-year deal with the Red Devils. This transfer was a big surprise for many, but Ten Hag considers Eriksen as one of the most important aspects of his plan. Now let's explain why. Firstly, United was desperate for midfielders. Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard, Nemanja Matic and Juan Mata have all left on free transfers, and they couldn't yet sign Frenkie de Jong from Barca. Eriksen is positionally versatile across the midfield. He can play in the central midfield, attacking midfield and even in false nine position. His creativity is by far the best in the United squad, in fact in the league. Only Arsenal's Martin Odegaard and Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne created more chances than Eriksen after his debut for Brentford on February 26. He set up 5 big chances and provided 4 assists. The 30-year-old created almost 3 chances on average every 90 minutes, which shows that he can provide the creativity that Ten Hag needs up front. Finally, Ten Hag favored a formation using 3 attacking midfielders at Ajax, and Eriksen would naturally fit into one of those positions. Eriksen said that he spoke to Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer about joining Manchester United when they were in charge. Under Ten Hag, the dream is reality. And only time will tell how the dream goes on. Eriksen had to undergo a detailed medical test before the transfer was concluded. Manchester United provided an ambulance and extra paramedics at the training ground. The beginning of the 2022-23 Premier League campaign is not the best for Manchester United. They lost 2-1 to Brighton in the opening week and were defeated by Eriksen's former club Brentford 4-0, which was a disgrace. Eriksen started both of the games as a false 9 against Brighton and as a central midfielder against Brentford. His performances were not that brilliant, which is totally natural considering the horrible situation at the club. But Eriksen showed that he can turn things around beautifully in his career. In this video we took a look at Christian Eriksen's incredible journey from near death to joining one of the biggest teams in Europe. What do you think about his comeback? Will he be able to turn things around at Old Trafford? Share your thoughts down in comments below. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel.